Where's the note?
When it comes.
Yo, what is up? What is going on? Welcome back. Another episode of the O.O.C. As you see, it's just two of us right now. Roberto said he'll be in here in 15 minutes. I was gonna try and come up with some kind of bullshit, but I couldn't think of anything real quick off the top of my head. So Roberto said he'll be like 15 minutes late. So we're just gonna chill and have a little conversation and talk some shit before Roberto gets up in here. Said Burr is 18.3 Celsius, which is 64 Fahrenheit here. Our weather wasn't too bad. We were in the pluses, +4 today. You know what I mean? So it was a nice day. So I know what you're trying to do, Eli, but it's not working, bro. We had some good weather over here as well. JG, what's up, man? You're muted. You got me talking to myself and shit. See, this is why you can't take black people anywhere. You know, they know we're supposed to be Look at this. Look at this. He's even gone. He said F Nzo and he bounced. Wow. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. I ain't scared. I've been doing this shit by myself many times, and I can do it by myself again. So fuck you, JG. Don't come back.
My bad. Thing from anyway.
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
I heard you. You can't take black people anywhere, and then I just clicked out. But
okay, anyway. So you didn't hear the fuck you, JG part, did you?
Oh, I hear it every day. It is what it is. It's like normal. Telling me fuck you to me is like saying have a nice day.
Well, maybe if you stop being such a pum, you wouldn't hear it all the time.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
What did I do? Is it my captions that upset you this much?
Yeah, I see your captions, bro. Don't think just because I don't mention them, I don't see them. I see when they change. I see all of that shit. But wait, what's wrong with pretzels, though?
There's nothing wrong with it, but when your breasts stink like that, then it becomes a problem.
Whose breath stinks? Yours?
No, yours. Pretzels and Funyuns. That's what you eat every day for breakfast. I have it from the highest authority that that's what you eat.
So I'm curious to know how you know how my breath stinks.
I got Canadian connects. Connects.
Were you up there trying to, get close to me like that, JJ? Is that what it is, JG? Why do you keep saying JG?
I don't know why you keep saying JJ.
JJ, I don't know.
Like, why you keep saying JJ? I don't know what it is. You insult me over and over and over again, and I keep coming back.
I have no idea why I keep saying JJ. I have no idea why I keep saying JJ. I guess he's on my mind today. What up, JJ? Rest in peace, brother. But
he's dead?
Yeah, JJ passed away.
When?
Like 2-3 years ago.
Did he? Damn.
Yeah.
Everybody's leaving.
You know JJ?
Talk about JJ, the Dynamite guy.
No.
Oh, that's gone.
No. JJ is a dude we used to stream with, homie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Dynamite. I know.
No, JJ Sith Lord,
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
I didn't know he died. Yo, man.
Yeah. Trump's tariffs were not supposed to be April 4th. Well, we're gonna get into that because they were supposed to be April 4th. And then it changed to March 4th. Sorry, that's it. It was supposed to be March 4th. And then now I seen that it's changed to April 2nd. So me, it's just like Trump is talking out of his ass.
You know, I'm happy you finally got somebody next to you that can correct your bullshit when you be talking, giving off this false information.
Who are you talking to?
You, whoever next to you that's correcting you, I'm happy they're there. You need to be corrected.
You know what? I don't need this shit today. I really don't need this shit. All right. I'm going to do this shit by myself until Roberto comes in here because JJ is just on. Yeah, I said it again. What the hell? JG is on some bullshit right now.
Hey, I'm the boogeyman. Remember that.
Listen, we don't do phantom zones over here on the O.O.C, bro. So don't make me give you any more. All right.
You know what? Only because today's a good day. The weather was nice. I will honor that for the next 30 minutes. After that, it's on. The boogeyman is back.
You know better. That's why. You know better. Bazo, thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Elihu, always a pleasure. Thank you guys for coming in. I will let JG do his opening when Roberto gets in here. So right now, you know, we just trying to
hold up, homie. You don't tell me when I can do my intro. I do when I feel like doing my intros.
Didn't I just tell this black motherfucker not to do anything to make me kick him off the stream again? Didn't I just say that? What the hell? These people testing me today, boy.
You know what? As much as you hate Trump, you sure acting like him tonight. You just dictatoring all over the damn place.
It's my channel. That's exactly what's going to happen. Motherfucker. Yes, I am going to dictate shit. That 100%. 100%. So since Roberto ain't here, we're going to do what we do. And we're going to run through a little bit of these jokes that I got up in here. A couple of videos that were sent to me. So we have this one first.
Ooh, you're damn. Ooh, they sitting up. They sitting up nice.
Trey.
Happy New Year. Damn. Ooh, they sitting up. They sitting up nice.
Trey.
What's wrong?
Estoy embarazada.
You know I love it when you talk to me like that, but I'm be honest, I don't understand what the hell you just said.
I said I'm pregnant.
I understood that though.
You mother.
You know what? With that, I'll let it ride. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, of course you would.
It'd be different if it was the damn wildebeest on the phone. It'd be different, but no.
I'll be honest with you. I'd have been cool with it too. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, that works. That definitely works.
Yes,
so we have another one here. JG sent this one. I see that.
Bro, I was crying all day looking at that.
Relax.
Oh my
I just need you to just.
You know damn well.
Man, come on, shut up, man. Look, come on. Hey, Grandma. Too damn handsome. How you doing like that, Grandma?
Hi, Grandma. So nice to meet you. I've heard so much about everyone. I'm so excited to be here.
This is the family's favorite fried chicken for Grandma, okay?
Okay.
I need you to try.
Okay, it looks zesty and
Hey,
delicious.
ain't nothing zesty, okay?
This motherfucker hitting, twin.
There you call it twin.
See, look, stop, man. Go with all that, man. You always jealous of me. Hey, look, we're gonna turn it up a little bit on. Okay. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some hoppers on. And now you tell me what's going on.
Okay.
Now bite that motherfucker.
Oh, this motherfucker pressure.
What you doing? Hey, why you sitting there watching the girl in the bathroom?
Boy, I ain't never seen no bitch.
Okay, but you just keep watching in the bathroom. You gonna get in trouble.
Okay, but is she good?
She good. You got I knew it. I'm starting on my day with a blunt of perk. No pancakes, just a cup of syrup. Baking soda pie and a silver fork. You already know it's how they go to. I told y'all 2 turns up.
Bye, guys. Yum.
You better not say it.
Nice.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. I can't speak for everywhere else, but if you are a black person in the South and had that happen, you understand that is so realistic, right there.
I know.
I've been
through it. I know that's why you laughing so hard because you experienced that, didn't you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Mom's side of the family, they didn't care. My dad was they were like, hey. listen to check out first. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't believe I forgot this one last week, but this is one we gotta play.
Look, I'm not really playing no games. I have a gun. I'm calling the cops right now.
I don't know if that was staged or not, but that was funny.
That little scream at the end is there. Yo, I tell you, I want to do that shit. You know what I mean?
I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. It's going to happen.
What up, Shifty? She said, I remember the first time I brought a white girl home to my parents. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, what? Yes. Canada may be a different place, but
no. Aren't you white, Shifty?
Oh, is he?
Shifty goes, aren't you white?
Oh, so you were down with the brown for the longest, then switched over. Okay.
No, that means they were just surprised he brought home a girl. You know what I mean? You see, he said, yeah, he's white. So yeah, they were.
Yo, Shifty, what's the difference? I'm curious. What's the difference? You gotta say what's the difference.
They were like, Shifty brought home the girl, and they were like, woo!
He's happy it was a girl.
Facts. What is popping, Roberto?
Roberto.
You guys hear me?
We
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay, cool.
What's
Roberto, I
going
got
on?
a question for you. How many hats do you have? They are always fly, bro.
I got a lot, man. I got a sickness. Like Anzo
Well,
has
teach
some shoes.
Nzo your hat game because he lacking right now.
So wait. Hold on. What the fuck are you talking about? My closet door has a rack with hats out of the
How many of
ass
them are
on it.
Canadian? How many of them are Canadian?
Canadian? Well, that's
Yeah.
not a Canadian hat either he's wearing.
It don't matter. It's fly. I like
So-
it. It's
so
fire.
hold
It
on,
goes with the
hold on.
outfit.
Hold on. It's true because my camera, there you go. All right? There you go. That's what you wanted to see? You wanted to know what the fucking hat was?
I
Yes,
told
it's
you, Ozo's a fake New
New
Yorker.
York
He
hat.
been want to be a New Yorker since the day he was born.
This motherfucker got on a Jordan hat.
It don't matter. Jordan's the GOAT.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
What the
Roberto?
fuck? What are Funyuns?
Funyuns?
I
chips?
have no idea.
You know what
I-
Funyuns are. You know what
No,
Funyuns
I
are.
don't.
You know
I
what
knew what
Funyuns
the
are?
I knew what the pretzels were. I had no idea what the Funyuns are.
Oh, Funyuns are. Hey,
That
try
sounds
something
like
good.
funny onions, man.
Basically.
So here we go.
Funyuns.
Shifty's on point. He said, Anzo has a ton of hats. I had to go through a bunch of videos back when I was making the wrestlers.
Shifty. He just insulted you by
Exactly.
saying that was just happy you had a girl. You going to just back him up like that? I'm on your side, brother.
Shifty knows ain't nothing personal on that. I was just, you know what I mean? A little something to make the people laugh. That's all it was. Said Funyuns are like onion rings. Oh, they're puffed like Cheetos.
Oh, is that what those things
Yeah.
are called? Those
Yep.
fake onion rings?
They're good though. Raise your blood pressure, but they're good.
Yeah, ain't nobody eating
They've
that
been
shit.
like fucking Chester Cheetos. Don't know what they're made of.
Facts.
Hey, it don't matter. I'm still living.
Till you isn't. I hope that doesn't happen though.
I told you. I'll start carrying and I can't walk and my third leg don't move. Then I'll start carrying.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm gonna do whatever.
So what I miss, yo?
Now we're just running through some little things that I had here. I got this one here. and it says, "This is how racism." Hold on, let me pause it real quick. This is how racism started. Just so you guys.
What's the more? Okay. I was gonna say, who's the phone to?
Hey, Dandelion, how you doing?
How you doing, Dandelion? He was
How
the
you
only
doing?
black kid
Yeah.
at an NBA event. How is that possible?
And the only baby that took off, right? The rest of them were just still there. Watch.
I've been the only black man that can afford them seats.
Yo, some say again. Slew them up, their feelings, them a carry. Them done already.
Out of Pelicans game? Oh no, got more black people than that.
We always winning, you know what I mean? That's what it is. We always winning. They don't like
Daddy,
that
let's
shit.
run 5-0.
Facts. Facts, 100%.
Yeah, I gotta go get my heights on. I'll be right back. Soon reach.
What's that?
Gotta get my heights on.
Oh, go ahead. Do you think, brother?
Does that mean take a puff? Trying to understand all the lingo.
Oh, check this shit out.
Those two words mean you are much smarter than the girl who was screaming at me at the gym. Let me explain. I'm standing there doing a tricep pushdown exercise, and since I can't see, I'm just kind of staring off into space doing my thing. Halfway through a set, I start hearing footsteps that seem like they're coming in my direction, getting closer and closer and closer, until all of a sudden, this woman's right up in my face going, "I didn't come here to be stared at!" Huh? I didn't come here to be stared at! Huh? "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind," I say to her. Her response? "I don't care. Stop staring at me." Huh? She storms off and comes back with the manager a couple minutes later. I reach into my wallet and pull out an ID card from the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind and explain to this guy as well, "I'm blind. I wasn't staring at anybody." He says, "Okay, but you still can't make other gym members uncomfortable by looking at them."
Oh my God, bro. Unbelievable. And he says, until someone claims the baby is trans, yeah, and that's just, she's not trans, just non-binary. Yeah, and we already know where that's coming from, right? Oh, we need to test that baby. We need to test the baby. I think the baby was on drugs. You know, black baby on drugs. That's why the baby took off and was running so fast. You know, they were teaching the baby how to run from police.
There are millions and millions of babies I've seen in my lifetime.
And I've never
Millions.
seen
No
a
lie.
black-
I'm not lying. It's millions of them. Millions of them. Even billions if you're in China. But millions of babies, especially the black ones. They're running. When they're not even, they're barely born and they're running everywhere. I kid you not, tell the truth. I'm always telling the truth. Am I right, Elon? I'm telling the truth.
I never seen a black baby run so fast.
I tried to stop it way back, in New York at the time, but I tried to stop it way back. The Central Park guys, I met them recently, the fine young gentlemen. I didn't know at the time, but I know millions and millions of black boys doing in Central Park, and I tried to warn everybody then, but it didn't work out.
I guess that baby just wanted out of that noisy place. 100%. Seen this video, says these are the youngest 80-year-olds I ever seen.
Sing, boy.
Facts.
Ooh, boy, you better sing that song, boy.
Facts.
black is dope, man. Being black is dope. I'm telling you, man.
We
do everything.
Sing. Yes, they can. Little ass kids like that. You know what I mean? They were fire. They were definitely fire.
Now that voice change, we're gonna find out. But
facts. All right. So I'm just trying to kill the time till Roberto comes back because he said he had to get us height. So I do have one more. Check this one out.
Out there.
You do? We've had six consecutive days of Did I
Okay. All right. That was a Freudian slip, but we're going to pretend like we didn't hear it.
Exactly. I wouldn't say that. I didn't hear that. Yes, we did.
You raggedy bitch.
Oh my goodness, I love that scene.
What's that from?
Wait to Exhale.
That's from Rating Text. Okay, I'm trying to find that
bitch.
because I want to get that and use that as for the tournament. Whenever you guys say some shit out,
man,
there, you raggedy ass bitch.
Oh, I love it.
Said that one with the glasses looks like the kid that reviews his mama's food, but is way older. Oh yeah. That kid that reviews the mom's food, I really like that kid's videos. Are you hungry? Yes, mama. But he got lamb chops and potatoes and all kinds of shit on the table. I'm like, yeah, that kid's cute. You know what I mean? I like that. All right. Let's see what else we have on the agenda. And I think that might have been it with the jokes.
Look at the little Roberto picture. Looking like Mr. Don Juan himself. Look at him.
What's that?
Roberto's picture.
What about it?
Like, what is that? I said, oh, okay. I see you. I see you. Big money. I see you.
I gotta show this one. This is not a video, it's a funny video, but this Jamaican place.
I went to this place called Notable in Astoria, which is kind of like a regular deli, but they make some of the most fire Jamaican fusion food I've had in a really long time. This is the owner, Nick, who explained to me that the menu is basically regular stuff you'd find at a deli, but with a Jamaican twist. I started off by trying their oxtail egg and cheese, which gets oxtail mixed with peppers and onions, pepper jack cheese, and a fried egg, all served on cocoa bread. And let me tell you something, I had definitely never tried anything like this in my life, and it was really freaking good. Next, I tried this thing they call their reggae smash, which is basically a smash burger and jerk chicken with jerk barbecue sauce and pepper jack cheese that they then top with pineapple coleslaw and also put it on toasted cocoa bread. And while I didn't love it as much as the oxtail egg and cheese, it was still really good. But oh my god, they make these fried mac and cheese balls that are filled with oxtail or with jerk chicken that are incredible. If you go, you have to try them. And their empanadas here are ridiculous. They make one with oxtail that is freaking fantastic, but the one with curry goat is really special. If you go, make sure you try that one. They also make a jerk salmon one that was my least favorite, but it is very tasty. And even though they eventually threw me out of the store because I was being really annoying, I still had a really great time.
What do you think, JG?
I'm eating all that. I'm eating all that.
I ain't eating the oxtail one because I don't like the oxtail, but the burger they were talking about with the jerk chicken, oh yeah, that shit is fire.
I've tried oxtail. I'm not an oxtail fan, but the way he was cooking and seasoning and all that stuff, yeah, it might be kind of good.
Really, Shifty? Shifty said you can jerk your chicken in public, but don't try choking it. Wah, wah, wah. You ever had jerk chicken though?
Yeah, I don't know if it's it was a Jamaican place called Olive and Eve that we have out here. I don't even know if it's still open, but they had a jerk chicken pasta. It was really good, but I don't know if it's that authentic jerk chicken because they claim to be a Jamaican restaurant, but I don't know if they're authentically Jamaican though.
Okay, so you're not sure if it was actually authentic Jamaican jerk chicken?
Yeah, well, the time me and my wife went to Jamaica. No, it wasn't jerk chicken, but it was chicken. That thing was fire, bro. That chicken was clean, tender, fire. They had that fish head soup. They actually had the fish head in it. I was scared at first, but that soup was good, bro.
You went to Jamaica?
Yeah.
And you never tried to go?
to go.
And you never tried
We're
the
on a
burrito?
cruise. We're on a cruise, and they stopped us there.
Yeah.
And so we only had a certain amount of time. People are already cooking. But I had that real Jamaican rum, though. I'd never have it again.
The Ray and Nephew?
Jamaican rum.
Yeah, the Ray and Nephew one?
I don't know what it was. They said it was Jamaican rum. I never had one like that before in my life. And I would never again. That thing had me toasted. I was done.
3 gold coins on it.
It was. I think they had already poured it in the glass. So
Was
I don't
it
know
white?
what.
Or was it dark rum?
I want to say it was because it might have been white because it was. I think they had some other than they added to it. Some were pink, some were blue.
If it's white rum, it's got to be Ray and Nephew.
Yeah, so it had to be white.
Because
it was dark, you wouldn't be able to see those colors.
That's the only white rum they have there, Roberto? The only
What's
white
that?
rum? That's not the only white rum, Jamaican white rum, though, right?
No, but more chances than not, if you get a white rum, it's Ray and Nephew. Unless you're in a bush area and they're giving you some yardy whitefish.
I got you. We
Yeah, I
got
never
one
drink it
more
again, bro.
joke
Give you some
here.
more
This
time.
one was sent by Dandelion, so we are going to check it out. Just give me 1 second, and then we're going to get into a few things that we have here to talk about. If I can share my screen properly, that would be great. Where is it? This one?
That's a nice picture up there, Roberto.
Thank you, bro.
Nice picture.
I was.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking.
What was that, Roberto?
I was feeling a little intellectual at the time.
First time for everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew of Delta Flight 4819, welcome to Toronto. Local time is 2:15. We've landed, but as you can tell, we are currently upside down. Whatever you do, please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is turned off. I cannot stress this enough.
Wow.
Do not unbuckle your seatbelt.
I think I know where this is going.
I'm happy to say that we're on time. We made up a little time in the air as we hurtled to the ground like a comet. Weather in Toronto is a chilly -9 degrees, but the temperature directly outside of the aircraft is 3,000 degrees Celsius. That's the heat of a blue flame. We're going to taxi on over to the defiring station because we seem to still be sliding. Going to get a hose on that, and then you can be on your way. For those of you with a connecting flight, you may want to check the boards inside the airport, as your connections may be impacted by the upside-down flaming plane on the runway. The use of approved portable electronic devices is definitely not permitted. Please stop taking videos. And please remember to take all of your belongings. Your overhead baggage is down the baggage underneath the seat in front of you. If you're in an exit row, well, now's your big moment, hero. Good luck pulling the hatch open and tossing that thing outside while you're upside down. I hope the extra legroom was worth it. Please use caution when deploying the aircraft, as the plane is upside down. No smoking unless you're the plane, and please wait for your zone number before you flee screaming. Sorry for any inconvenience, but it's your own damn fault for flying in 2025.
Facts.
Air Canada.
Facts.
At least we've never landed upside down.
Facts. The end of that was 100% correct, Dandelion. Facts. If you're flying in 2025, that's your fucking fault. Yes, 100%. I said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. Humans are not meant to fly. That's why we don't have wings. You know what I mean? All right. So first off, I want to get into this one. I had this little video here that I wanted to bring up last week, but I completely forgot. So we're going to talk about it first.
A man go through something, don't nobody give a damn. I'm being honest, bro. When a man need help, everybody tell the man up. Get a better job. Get more money. But when a woman need help, everybody cool with it. The first thing they say is, where your man is? You know what I'm saying? The man should be doing it. You shouldn't be doing it by yourself. It's the man. The man. The man got to be the strongest person in the house. But when he weak, who helping that man be strong? You know what I'm saying? When that man going through something, who helping him? The man can't call on nobody. Huh? He got to do it all by himself. Even when he's stressed out, who helping the man? When he's suffering and struggling, who helping the man? He got to help himself.
Facts.
Ain't nobody standing with him, but he stand with everybody else. He pay everything. He do everything. He trying to keep everybody in order, trying to keep the kids in order, keep himself in order, keep his spirit in order, keep his mind in order. Who gonna keep the man in order when he out of order? Huh? When he needs somebody to help him. But a woman help everybody cool with it. Nobody say shit. Everybody got their back. But when a man go through something, he get stepped on, he get beat down, he get degraded. He get insulted. He get dragged down through the mud. You wonder what's wrong with these men. They going through it. They stressed the fuck out. They hurting inside, bro. Men get tired of every time something going wrong with them, everybody shut down on them, bro. Everybody turn around, turn their back, and like he ain't nothing because he a man. It feel like you ain't human when you a man. Like, bro, I gotta act like I ain't hurt. I gotta act like I don't want to cry, bro. I gotta sit in the room and cry to myself, wipe my tears away, and come outside and smile at my kids and white face like I ain't going through shit. Like I ain't dealing with nothing. I know men feel like that sometimes, bro. You try to be tough, bro. I don't care how strong you think you will, bro. But when your heart get hurt, bro, it's different, bro. When your people laugh at you, bro, when you suffering, that shit different. That's a different feeling, man. It's a different feeling. I don't think anybody understand what the hell I'm talking about right now. No! It ain't always the man's fault when they should fail. It's because they failed him. When somebody failed you mentally and physically and emotionally, they failed you, bro. You try to spend time, they don't want time. You try to love them, they don't want love. They don't want a kid, they don't want nothing. They push you in the corner, bro. People push you in the corner and they expect you to smile while you in that corner hurting. You own family, they don't know you. Friends, they don't know you. You don't care about it, but damn, am I a bad person like that? Where everybody look down on me when I'm hurting?
Roberto.
We spoke about that already.
Mm-hmm.
And, ain't shit gonna change.
Do you feel it though? Like when I watched that video, like I felt
110%.
Every fucking thing he said. You know what I mean?
110%. That was one of our best shows when we talked about that shit, man, because
For real.
every guy feels it. And if you say you don't, you're even worse.
Facts. 100%. That means you're not willing to admit it. You know what I mean? So you might be going through a lot more if you're definitely not even willing to admit that shit.
I'm trying to change that shit. I'm trying to change that shit.
I think we have to.
Man up.
Yeah.
Is the next phrase dead? Because
Facts.
what is man up? Where is this book that says that we have to do this?
Facts.
We inflict it on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes generation to generation, and you know how it stops? When one generation says enough is enough. And then the ripples are different then moving forward. And 100%. I want to be that fucking stone to change that ripple. Man up, fuck that.
I agree with you 100%, man. It's fucked up to know, like, you can't get emotional in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you look soft. Oh, a man can't be doing that stuff. And it just, and that video, that dude, he's talking because right now he's hurting.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Genuine, man.
Like, he wasn't just ranting. He was hurting in that video. And he just said, you know what? I'm going to do this video. So, JG, what do you think?
Well, first off, I was like, man, he sound like LowKey a little bit. Him and LowKey sound just like each other.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, like I said, we talked about this before, and it's the dude's hurting. He is hurting. The way he was yelling, screaming, he's hurting. Either he's hurting now or he's been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of men don't know how to deal with that pain and that hurt. I know I have my battles with it. I'm sure you guys may have them as well.
Absolutely.
And we all need that person to confide in, to talk to. Also, I'm all for men getting together and having circles, like sit down and talk, discuss your pains, discuss your problems, have an outlet. But and not take it out on someone who doesn't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And women also need to go to some counseling to learn how to deal with that man who's hurting.
Facts.
So you have a lot of women to know how to deal with it.
Facts.
Because they are taught as well, a man's supposed to do this, a man's supposed to be this. Right? And us men got to do a good job of telling our women that, hey, I'm hurting. Mm-hmm. And not always saying that, oh, I got it. I don't need it. I'm cool. So by the time you need something, oh, what are they supposed to do? They don't know how to react to it because it's new to them as well. So I wish I would have an answer for it because it's not an easy answer, but men do hurt a lot. We suffer a lot. And we cry on the inside a lot too. Maybe not on the outside, but on the inside. And I think you did a video before where the guy was with the winding or whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that might have been set up, you could hear in his voice that, hey, I bought this thing years ago. Now I'm at the end of it. Yeah. When a man reaches 30 to 40 years old and up, more years behind the guys in front of him,
facts.
He wants to know, what has he accomplished in life?
Facts.
Has he accomplished enough? So now he's rushing, he's hurting, thinking, did I live my life well? Am I a good man?
Facts.
If bills comes into play and you have a hard time paying your bills, will that woman or anybody else look at you differently if you're having issues paying those bills?
Facts.
So it's a lot. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, no, sorry, I cut you, man. It's just my memory and shit, you know.
Do you remember? Go ahead now, though, so you don't forget it.
I was going to say something about this comment that Dandelion made that men are turning to others for help more and more. I have to kind of disagree because, you know, my boy that I helped out that was going through a situation, I saw he was acting a little different. So I posed the question, everything good, man? And that's when it came out. But had I not posed that question, I think men's ego and the role they play for generations come into play. They just don't want to speak out because is the timing right? Am I going to be in a worse spot because the times I've done it before, all of those things he said happened? Man, come on, man. You, of all people, I thought, not you, man. Well, fuck. All of us are human.
Facts. Facts.
The ones that play it off are hurting even more.
100%.
And if you don't have a boy next to you, who are you coming out to?
Facts. Facts. 100%.
I'm telling you, if you're coming out on a platform like this, you're coming out alias.
And if more men are doing that, like they are turning to other people for help, then that's what they need to do, right?
But where are they going on, Nzo? That's the question. Where are they going to do this?
Well, I'm thinking more like their friends, you know what I mean? So when she says turn into other men more and more, I think like turn into their friends and stuff like that. But I think what the most important thing is, especially if you have a spouse, your spouse should be the one you should be able to talk to, right? And a woman has to understand that sometimes you just need to let that man vent and say what he has to say. You know what I mean? Stop judging, you know what I mean? Or making it seem like JG said, well, because they feel that a man is supposed to be a man, then you should be able to handle this situation. You know what I mean? And there's some men out there that just can't handle situation. That's why I always get so upset when I hear people say that people who take their own lives are cowards. I hate that. I fucking hate it. I had two cousins that did what they did. They took their own lives. So, you know what I mean? I don't want, you're not a coward. I just think that maybe you're at the point in your life where you just can't take it anymore. And like Roberto said, if you have nobody to turn to, then what's going to happen is you're going to explode one day. And I think that's what happened to my cousins. One of my cousins, the first one that did it, man, every time I seen him, he was happy. He was joking. He was laughing. You know what I mean? And I was young. I was like, I think I was possibly in my early 20s when he killed himself. You know what I mean? I didn't understand because I'm like, bro, like every time I seen him, he was always happy. But at the end of the day, that was something he just put on for people. And now, like Roberto said, when I look back at it, all that happiness and jokiness he was going through was actually hiding his real pain.
Mm.
And he couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? He couldn't handle it. I never judge people for showing emotions. You feel what you feel. You have to be able to talk about it. And I'm always happy to listen. That's great, 100%. But I know there are some people that aren't. You know what I mean? That when, especially like as a spouse, when you try to open up, they just brush it off like it doesn't mean anything, you know, anything.
And to be, you know, I could only speak for myself, but it hurts the most. Because
100%.
It's your last resort.
100%. And then you start questioning, why are you even in this relationship now?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
why have these games happen? It's
exactly.
I always say it's a two-way street, man. Our street runs the same way, just the opposite way.
100%. 100%. Like I've hid, you know, emotions and the way I felt for a long time. You know, it's like, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But deep down inside, you're not. You know what I mean? When I was going through my depression, I would, hey, how you doing? You good? Oh yeah, man, I'm great. How you doing? I wasn't great. I wasn't great. I wasn't good. I wasn't nothing. And I had absolutely nobody to talk to. Some people do. You know what's funny? And I'll never forget this, right? One day I was walking up the street, and I know it was one of those days where I was having a bad day. You know what I mean? And I guess it showed on my face. And I was walking up the street, and this old Black woman looked at me and said, hey, smile. It's not that bad. Or it'll get better. You know, it'll get better. And she just walked away. And I was like, damn, this woman really could see on my face. You know what I mean? And
or a message was sent through her.
Yes.
That's how you 100%. Have to look at it, Nzo. That's
100%.
That's like almost scary, man.
100%. You know what I mean? At that day, like, what are the chances that I would walk past you? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Say that. Yeah. It was crazy.
Someone even took the time to notice that and had the nerve to even mention it. You're a stranger.
Facts. 100%. When people around you don't even notice it, or even if they do, they don't care to even ask you.
That's the hard truth coming at you. That's just my belief. That's the hard truth coming at you.
100.
Because more times than not, someone close to you says that you don't want to give them that power to tell them they're right. So you say, "No, you're wrong, man. I'm good."
Yeah,
it's a battle. It's a battle.
100%.
You just don't want to give it up because you know when you give it up, there's fucking history there, man. They just don't understand why you're crying so profusely and out of breath, and because it's a history of shit that you had to suck up and be a man about. Just doesn't fucking happen once.
Facts.
Man.
And the thing about it too, right, is when, like, so you've been bottling up all the shit that you've been feeling, and then one day when you explode, everything comes out. You know what I mean? It's just like everything. You could be fucking upset because, I don't know, left the fridge door open or some crap. You know what I mean? And then everything blows out. Like, it could be something very superficial. And then people are, well, why are you acting like that? Because I've been holding on to this shit for years. That's why. You know what I mean? Haven't said nothing, been going about my business, doing what they say, man up. And at the end of the day, when you man up, when you do those things, you're hurting yourself. Those things hurt, detrimental to your health, bro. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this on another level. When you do have that someone to speak to, and it's the other species, what happens?
What happens?
More times than not, what happens?
Well, either
something that shouldn't.
Yep, infidelity.
And you know why that happens? Because I think, this is my perspective, I think because you had somewhere to release, you feel love. you feel like, man, I need to share some with this person because this person feels me, man.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Nobody does. That's why your spouse should be the one.
Absolutely.
To be there.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Vice versa. When your wife is down, your girl is down, you need to be there. Don't make somebody else be there.
100%. 100%.
Especially the opposite sex.
100%. You are correct. And it's funny that you said that because there are a lot of men out there that wait for that shit.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? They wait for that shit. They'll friend you up, you and him be friend, buddy, and everything. And then that one day they catch a girl and she's like, oh, hey man, what's up? You okay? No, we haven't. Oh, really? Maybe we should have a conversation. You know what I mean? And then and it just ends up on there. So yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Dangerous waters.
That is exactly what a relationship is about. It's a two-way street, and there has to be communications on both sides. And there shouldn't be any judging, you know what I mean? Or, taking lightly the way the person feels. You shouldn't do that. I would ask if you ever listened to your spouse when she tried to talk to you about what she's going through. If you've been dismissive in the past, you can't expect them to offer support back. Not just that, right?
Happy life theory just bashes that because
if
you ain't listening, you ain't happy. I'm sorry.
Facts. 100%. 100%.
I learned a lesson, man.
100%. 100%.
Second time around.
Oh man.
Oh, better than the first time. That's my tune right now.
But you see, that's the thing too, right? You learn from your mistakes as well. You know what I mean? You learn from your mistakes, and it's like, okay, I did this the first time, and that shit went bad. The second time, I'm not gonna do it.
Just remember, being alone is good, but not for a long time.
Preach.
That's all I can say.
Preach.
I like to think I'm a lone wolf, but again, I have my wife, right? So I'm not really a lone wolf. But when you're a lone wolf with nobody there,
facts,
man, your mind plays tricks on you.
Yeah.
Like you're in solitary confinement, man.
100%. Especially
you feel the grind. You see the grind a lot differently, man.
Hey, Roberto, especially when you were that dude, you'd always be able to call your boys, hey, what we doing this weekend? We going out. And now you're at the point where your boys are all doing shit and you can't hang out with them anymore, right? Because they all got women and families.
One boy you're hanging out with, the wife is saying, he's here again.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
He's single. Get him out of here.
Facts. 100%. It gets to the point where they try to hook you up with somebody because you spending too much time over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me.
That shit is true.
That sort of supportive relationship is built over time. Yeah, absolutely. I used to say I'm still alive when some family members were asking and they brushed it off and said, okay. It's funny because I seen a dude today. I used to see, one of my homeboys from Uptown. I seen him today. I'm like, hey, brother, what's up? Good to see you. How you doing, man? And that's the first thing he said. I'm still alive. I'm like, okay.
You know what I said to that? What's that mean?
For real.
Well, for real, what does that mean? I'm alive too, but I don't tell people I'm alive. I think they know I'm right here, right?
At least thank God we're still alive.
Is that what I'm alive means? You're having hard times and you're still making it? You leave me no choice but to speculate because that sentence doesn't fucking make sense.
I agree.
We're all alive.
Facts.
What the fuck?
Facts.
Yo, Nzo. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know, it's because I'm fucking old now. But I'm blunt as a motherfucker and I don't give a shit.
As it should be.
I'm actually loving it. Because there's a lot of fucked up people out there, man. I have lots of material.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. All right. So a couple of days ago, we were at work. I left about 2:30. You know what I mean? So When I came into work the next day, the people them told me like, oh, the boss was like, oh, how do you guys feel about working on Friday again? And it was one of the dudes like, no, I don't want to feel that way. So thought it was done, right? Boss comes in the office today and he's like, all right, guys, we're going to go back to working on Fridays, half days. And I was like, no, we're not. I said, I'm not. I'm like, that's not happening. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, well, you know, we need to do it because people are treating the Thursdays like it's a Friday and blah, 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 like that. So later on, I went to his office and I'm like, yo, not doing the Friday thing anymore. Like, not doing that. He's like, oh, well, you understand people are doing this, we were doing that. And I'm like, well, like, I still hit my numbers. I still do very well on a 4-day week. Why do I have to suffer and come in on a Friday for half a day when because the rest of them ain't doing their shit? You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, bro. Back in the day, I would have just been like, okay, you know what I mean? But now I'm like you, I'm blunt. I don't care. I will work for you or not. I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying?
This guy was a smart manager. He'd have did like this. Nzo, come up here with me, please. Say, all you guys know Nzo, right? Comes in, does his shit. Normally number one on the list, right? Okay. You guys won't see Nzo on Fridays no more.
Facts.
Oh, somebody's got something. Oh, you got something to say? You want to know why Nzo's not here on Friday? Maybe if you do the same numbers as him, you could talk about it with him when he's not here on Friday. Because you know what? I don't want to be here Friday. So if all of you do what Nzo's doing, we all got Fridays off. Till then, see you guys next Friday.
See, that's what you said. He was like, oh, well, you know, I can't give special treatments because if I do that, then they're going to be mad.
That's
and blah, blah,
dumbass.
blah, like that.
Don't know how to bring
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Don't know how to bring your numbers up. You're nothing without these people. As good as a manager you think you are, if they all rebel and drop their sales, there'll be a new manager up in there, you know.
No, he's the owner, so there ain't gonna be.
Hey, owners have gone out of business too.
But that's it. He'll be out of business.
Good fucking salespeople are hard to find.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't treat those good ones right, they'll find someone that will.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. But ended up changing it. It's like, okay, you guys. So he's gonna talk to us on Monday and probably do something. But like,
stand up, Nzo.
Hey man,
you know what I mean? Stand up.
I'll be honest with you, I had to. You know what I mean? I was enjoying it. I'm like, no, I can't go back to that. If I have to, where the numbers start to drop and I ain't doing the normal stuff, then yeah, I'll go back on a Friday, right? And his thing was, oh, but when I first dropped the Fridays, you were the one that was really upset about it. And I was like, yeah, until I fucking stopped working Fridays and realized that it doesn't hurt me.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Change until they realize it's good.
100%.
When it ain't good, that's when I start complaining.
And then now you want me to wake up again on a Friday to go back in and for a half day. And then he was like, well, then stay the whole day. Like, I'm definitely not doing that. That's not happening.
Good
you know,
you,
so
man.
So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's where I'm like with you, like where it's to the point where at the age we're at, like, why hold your tongue? Why lie about things? You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. At 50, you should know better. I don't need to lie. You know what I mean? We have a conversation and situations happen or whatever. You guys like, hey, remember back in the day we did this? I'm like, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I did it. I'm not going to lie about it. And people our age still lie, Roberto. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. What are your thoughts, JG?
Well, it seems like the owner's scared of confrontation.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no.
So why don't you just let you go off on Friday and be done with it?
Bro, I couldn't tell you. Yeah. Probably because he wants the best guy there. You know what I mean? You're the best agent. I need you there. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Yeah. As far as like older people still lying, I think same thing with younger people, right? The fantasy is much better than the reality.
Yeah.
If the reality is shit, they'll talk about the fantasy that they want because the reality is shit. I hate when somebody lie about small stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, where are you? Oh, right around the corner. 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
You say you're right around the corner. You gotta lie to me.
Yeah, for real.
Right? Just small stuff. So I don't know, man. This world is crazy, man. It's gonna get even crazier.
But I'm at the point now where if you're gonna lie, I'm just gonna be like, whatever. There's no reason to call it out. I know it's a lie. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters. You know, back in the day, you'd be like, oh, you're lying. That ain't true. That ain't happened. I just let people talk now. If they're gonna lie, they're gonna lie. Just talk. I don't care.
You know, y'all have a much more experienced life, so you expect the lies to come out, right? Some people are younger, may not expect those lies. But then, like they always say, keep living. Then, as they keep living, okay, yeah, whatever. They move on.
Would be a perfect world.
Mm-hmm.
If this motherfucker just came out straight and said, you know what, A, B, and C are not respecting this Friday thing. So A, B, and C are going to start working Fridays. The rest of you, keep doing what you're doing. That would be a righteous world, you know, because when you start saying some people, what about those people who are holding their own or overperforming? Why the fuck are they being punished?
That's exactly what I said.
And that's the same way they think, Nzo. That's the same way you in that position would think. I am covering the SPH for 2 or 3 of your representatives. Why are you making me come in? Do you want my sales to drop?
So he put a bonus, right? If you hit a certain amount of number, you get a certain amount of money. I hit that bonus every single week. We had it I am the only person in that office that has hit it every single week. Now,
can't help but mention, heard you say you don't have it no more.
No, we still have it, right? Kind of changed a little bit the last 2 weeks. And the last 2 weeks, I was the only one that hit it twice. The only one that hit those numbers, right? So I know what the bonus is, right? I know what number we have to hit. And I'm like, none of these motherfuckers have hit that number. You know what I mean? I'm the one that hit it all the time. So I guess I should get perks. I don't want them. I'm not asking for them. But at the end of the day, like, man, I'm doing what I have to do. And I'll tell you straight up. I was one of them. I'll say it. I was one of them one that treated the Thursday like it was a Friday. I did. But by that time, I had already done my shit, right? I know when I can slack and when I can't. I know that, right? I know when I'm close to the number, I'll push a little bit more. Or if I'm not even close to it, I'll go hard. But when I'm at that number, I know you want more and I'm going to get you more. But at this point, I'm going to do it at my pace, you know? So I don't know. It's just a weird situation.
That's why you put a scale. You put a scale up there so that you know you could be in control of your paycheck. Not only this one bonus to reach after a while, you get used to that shit. The drive is gone. You got to put a scale there and say, fuck. Anzo's like, man, I got this show coming this weekend. I need money, man. Bing, 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 bing. Anzo pumps up mad sales because he wants to get that money to go out this weekend.
Oh, that
makes sense. Like, I don't understand.
No, but my scale is good though. It's
no, meaning that your boss, as far as bonuses go, you should just put a fucking nice scale up there.
That's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
Right? But it's a very good scale. Like, I can't lie. You know what I mean? That's why I push to hit the number every time. You know what I mean? That's why I push to hit it, because it's a very good scale. But that's a different story. It was just the point as that Roberto said at our age. It's like, you know what I mean? We're going to say what we're going to say, and it is what it is. It doesn't matter if you're my boss or you're someone out on the street. You know what I mean? If things have to be said, they have to be said. Just like that. So
that's one thing that ain't going to change. We earned the right to say what the fuck we
want. Facts. 100%.
That shit ain't changing. I don't care.
100%. Everywhere I've worked, I've always strived to be the best. Haven't always hit it, but more times than not, I have been. More times than not, I have been the number one agent at many places that I've been at, many places, and that's what I strive for. So it is what it is, you know. That's his fault though.
So let's hit this fucking orange guy now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nzo, I don't know about you, but I haven't felt this fucking patriotic since the 70s.
Go ahead.
Because this whole tariff 51st fucking state bullshit, since all this shit happened, man, I couldn't be more proud to be Canadian.
Facts.
And to see that an event, a sporting event, yes, we're talking sports. Square One is on chill, so we're bringing it to the O.O.C, getting it off our chest. A fucking sporting event where this man shows up, was it in Montreal or Boston? Anyways, he showed up at one game, and he was supposed to show up at the final game, but he didn't. But he made this comment: we're American, we're going to win, we're winning this game. They're Canada, 51st fucking state, blah, 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 blah. Even the teammates, the American team was bashing, saying all stupidities. Like, they made this game so personal. This is the NHL's version of the All-Star game, Nzo. It was more viewed than almost the Olympics because of this fucking US-Canada bullshit. Imagine, it just started. I didn't even know about this April 2nd bullshit, but for me, seeing where our dollar is, anything I have, not to say that I hate you guys, JG, but any membership or anything I have American, I canceled them.
I feel you. And
Not
I said
he put a tariff on us, it's because we're fucking third world country currency over here, currency. 142. I gotta put $1.50 to get $1.
Yeah.
Nah, Dread.
And it's funny too, right? Because this shit that we use, StreamYard, right? It fucking kills me when they take the money for their monthly fee, because the shit is $65 fucking dollars now. It went from 35 to 65. So I pay $65 for StreamYard every month, bro.
Wow.
And you know, you're laughing at their eggs.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm at the point where I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? Now, because of this situation, you have to really fucking think. Is it worth it? It's going to come down to, you're going to start microscoping, you know?
Yeah, I'm buying Canadian, bro.
American, sorry. Oh, there's Canadian, okay. Is this American? Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, I'm buying Canadian.
Oh, I want those shoes. Oh, it's an American? Oh.
That's what I said. I said, I think there's
$300 shoe is $600.
Yeah. There's a pair of Jordans coming out. There's a pair of Jordans coming out. And I think I'm gonna hit them up before the tariffs come, because it might be the last.
Not even the
tariffs.
Tariffs
For a long time.
That's going to be on top of our dollar. So you're looking at that 300 US shoe is running you like 7 something, man.
Well, no, it's still the same price. It's still the
no. There's that 35%. I don't know if it's on shoes and shit.
But is it 35% or 25%?
35.
Okay.
35 what?
What's that?
You're talking the tariffs?
Yeah. Isn't it 35%?
I thought
I saw 25. But
okay, 25. But that 25 is on top of what our dollar value is at, right? So if our dollar is like worth almost $1.50, you're gonna have that 25% on top of that $1.50 you're paying. So that's gonna bring your shit up.
Yeah, but so far, well, and again, because we haven't got the tariffs yet, but so far the price of the shoes is still the same price, right? So I don't
think there's an effect yet.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said I need to get them before they get into effect, because then there's going to be that 25% tariff on top of it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean?
Right now, I can't see anything worth paying 1.5 for, unless it's to save my fucking life.
But my thing is this, though, right? Because we talked about the tariffs, and we'll get back to the hockey game because I know you had some stuff to say on that. But my thing is this, right? Because the tariffs, so he said we're going to put tariffs on, and then he said he's going to extend it, and it was extended. Good evening, Nikisha. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. He said he was going to extend it and until March 4th, 30 days, and now it's April 2nd, right? I just read that before the stream because I was typing it up, and I had March 4th on there, and then an article popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, so we extended it. No, it was on the news, and they talked about how it's extended to April 2nd. So I got to ask myself, is he just talking out of his ass? You know what I mean?
I really think he's threatening to get something else. Right, these threats of we're going to raise taxes this much, because they also said, "Hey, we're in talks with something else, and it may be another pause and all this stuff." So it's something else he's trying to do. My personal opinion, because I just don't see this in a long term working out for anybody.
100%.
I just don't see it.
Except in the U.S., they are only paying 70 cents U.S. to our dollar. The 25% is paid by the purchaser, the tax on the people in the US. So that's the thing, though. What's going to happen is, because the tariffs are going to be import, export tariffs, whatever, and they're going to come from, so it's the big companies that are going to have to pay that tariff. But what happens is their prices are going to go up because of the tariffs, which means it's going to affect us. Like, we are the ones that are going to get affected.
No matter what,
more
we're
by
affected.
these tariffs.
You're right.
Yeah, than
No matter
anything
what.
else, right? It's going to be
pays,
us.
we're paying.
Exactly. So it's going to be us that pay the most. You know what I mean? And I can't see them not fucking putting tariffs on Jordans. I can't see them doing that.
Well, look at diesel, Nzo. Is there a shortage of diesel in the world? Did you hear anything about a shortage of diesel? Diesel is more than gas here, JG.
It's the same here.
You know why that is?
No idea.
Because truckers got to pay more for fuel. Trucking companies got to pay more for fuel. So therefore, they got to charge more for the produce they're sending. Therefore, the people that are buying the produce got to charge more because the trucking company charged them more. And who fucking pays? We do.
Yeah. 100%.
And this is all since the poke, right?
Yeah.
And the poke is over, but no changes are fucking made. I can never understand, how is diesel more than gas?
It's crazy.
Oh, to the point where it just slipped my mind on. So, and someone brought it up the other day, so we fucking did a little brain thing on it. You know, why is that? Okay, fucking trucks. Oh yeah.
Said they're planning selective U.S. items to put tariffs on. Many are items you can just skip buying. Yeah, I know.
But it's there to hurt somebody, Dandelion.
You know what I mean? Because you see the shit, you know, Nike, New York hat, you know what I mean? Jordans. So I'm pretty sure those are things that are going to have tariffs on them. So I had to do a little bit of shopping before that shit hits. Definitely. It's going to suck all around, 100%.
Well, fuck, he's making like a fucking war out of it, Nzo.
Yeah.
That's what he's 100%. Doing. There's so many Americans who hate this shit, just as so many Canadians hate this shit, man. But we 100%. Can only beg so much.
Because what's going to happen is Canada is going to implement their tariffs.
Yeah, harder.
Right? We're 100%. We're going to do that. And that's why I agree with you when it said patriotic, because I'm like, exactly. We need to stand up to this. We can't just sit there and be like, okay, we're going to take
commercials up here now.
Buy Canadian? I don't really.
On the bottom, buy Canadian.
Yeah, for sure.
Buy Canadian, stay in Canada. Sure. It's like they're fucking trying to brainwash us.
For sure. Said the consumer always carries the blunt of the financial burden, 100%. And that's why the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. I was talking about this today. Can you imagine? Because we're talking about, like, so I work with a bunch of old ladies, right? Just say, you know, one old dude, like everybody's pretty much over 60. So they talking about, the retirement at 65. I'm sitting there, fuck, I'm only 50. I got 15 more years to go, right? Imagine what just the price of rent is going to be in 15 years. You know what I mean? Like my pension is not gonna fucking cover that shit, So I'm at the
You're
point
lucky
now.
if there is even a pension.
Facts.
Because they're talking about my generation not having a pension available.
Facts.
Or they're
Facts.
raising it to 70 or something like that.
Yeah. I heard about them wanting to raise it too. And I think even that clown Ben Shapiro was talking about it in the States, saying they should raise it to 70. He said, or like 80, because his parents worked till like 80. I'm like, motherfucker, ain't nobody want to work till they fucking 80.
Exactly. What the hell?
You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Nobody wants to work till they fucking 80. Not to mention, if you look at especially for black men, like you rarely hit 65.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my parents both died at 63. So they didn't even, my mom did because she got the early pension, right? But she didn't actually get the government pension because she was fucking 63 when she died. You got to be 65. You know what I mean? My dad died at 65. So he didn't, 63. So he didn't get it either. So all of that money that they've been paying into their pension, government keeps it. So they don't have to give it up because they died before 65. It's crazy. Crazy. Your Jordans are overpriced anyways. If you want them, you're already paying too much. I mean, if that's what you think, I don't really, I think I'm good with the price. And the price goes up a little bit more. That's gonna be interesting. It says, how does one stand up to this? So for us, anyways, here. What's that?
They know you can't stand up to it because, like you said, the poor people have to buy the discounted shit, whether they like it or not. You got to eat.
100%.
And the shit that you're buying is poison.
I think one thing we can do is, again, stop buying American, right? So when those tariffs hit, we got to be able to be like, okay, we're not going to buy American stuff. That hurts as well. Listen, I showed you guys the pictures the other day where the liquor store pretty much just wiped off all American alcohol off of their shelves. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. And then I'm hearing that they're looking for other places to get stuff from, right? Just like the UN, they're Europe and stuff like that. He wants to put tariffs on them, right? So what Trump's going to do is he's going to put tariffs on all these countries, and they're just going to put tariffs back on the USA. So now you have Canada putting tariffs on, you have Europe and all these countries putting tariffs on the USA. It's going to hurt more than it's not going to hurt them.
Like you say, Nzo, he's creating new relationships because now Trudeau's out there in Europe, like you said, talking to other countries that we could trade with. Okay, since we're not working with them now, we can work with you because it's a matter of time before they do something to you guys. So let's plan ahead. That's exactly what's going on. The rest of the world is teaming up for this fucking mockery this guy's making of how you supposed to run the country.
100%. Basil said, facts, Danny Line, they only cost $10 to make. I don't give a fuck if they cost $5 to make. I like the damn shoes, and I'm going to pay the shoe price that it is now. If it goes up, I'm not going to do it. But right now, it's at a reasonable price where I can afford it. So, yes, I'm going to do it. So, yes, whatever. Here, people are organizing buying boycotts, but poor people can't afford to boycott the big chains. They have to buy whatever is cheapest. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how they get rich, and that's how they keep us in check. You know what I mean? That's exactly how they do it. They make sure that you can't, like Roberto said, like even though you want to do, you can't. Like there are certain things. So, for example, right? Amazon closed all their factories here in Quebec, in Canada, right? So all the factories are gone. In just Quebec? Okay, so just Quebec, right? So we don't have the 1 day shipping anymore. And I was like, I heard them because I haven't ordered from Amazon in a while. So I heard them talking about it at work. So I went and checked, and I'm looking, and I'm like, yo, these are things that I would get next day. Now it's like 3 days, 2 days,
even a week.
That's interesting. Oh, I haven't seen a week yet, right?
They say a week, but then it shows up in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like usually it would say tomorrow.
Yeah,
now it's saying like Thursday, Friday. We're fucking Tuesday, you know?
Yeah. So Netflix is something that I watch, right? I have Netflix. Will I cut off Netflix? I don't know. If the price gets too bad, I might, you know. And the thing about it is, I sit here and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't even know why I pay for these streaming services when I know I can pop on this MacBook and find anything that is out there on my computer. I can find it all. And not to mention, I can fucking take my whatever's on my computer screen and stream it to my TV. So it's not like I lose anything, you know, but yet I still pay for Netflix. I still pay for Prime. I still pay for Disney Plus. Now, I get it. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to come out to the Nzo Vision, so I may not get it right away, but I'll usually get it the next day. You know what I mean? I'll usually get it the next day. So if the prices and the tariffs and shit gets too much where even the streaming services are going up, then I'm going to have to get rid of those too. And sometimes I think I should be getting rid of them anyways. Hey, stranger, what's up, man? Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Said if you like Jordans, make those your luxury item and buy them. Well, I don't really think they're a luxury item. They may be when the tariffs come, but you know, especially if other countries open up trade with each other without tariffs. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. And that's why I said many times, like, Trump doesn't understand how tariffs work. He doesn't. He just thinks you're going to put these tariffs on and all these companies are going to have to pay the U.S., right? But then when we put the tariffs on, you know, on him and other countries put tariffs on him, that's going to affect the American people even worse because they're going to get it from all ends.
I don't know how much of California Alberta supports with hydro, but I don't think he took that shit into consideration.
Absolutely not.
They're blacked out.
Absolutely not. Said black men have made Michael Jordan a billionaire. I
would only say black men.
Me neither, because I know
I see Jordans all over the world.
Hey, listen,
exactly. I travel, I see someone wearing Jordans.
I tell you this, man. Sometimes I go and I pop in and I'm like, oh, these are tight. You know what I mean? So I go and grab them. And I see more non-black people with them than black people. You know what I mean? When they drop, when like the ones and twos drop, and you go downtown and see the lineup, there ain't black men in that lineup. You got that right. There ain't black men in that lineup.
Very few.
Yeah, if that, one or two, but this line will go around the corner and it's all other people that don't look like us. So yeah, we do contribute to it, but no, it's like Roberto said, it's other people that do that.
All over the world, Nzo.
Yeah. And for me, it's not like, oh, you know, you're buying, it's just because, and I only buy like the 12s and the 14s. Those are the only ones I buy because those are my favorite Jordans.
Yeah.
Right. So anytime they come out, I buy them. But it's not like I'm just buying the 1s, the 2s, the 4s, and this. And every time a Jordan comes out, I need to buy it. No, it's just those certain models that I really like. Yeah, 100%.
The ones you like, no disrespect, I don't like them. But
yeah, you do. You have them.
So many models to choose from, you know?
Yeah, you do. You have them. We bought the same ones.
Oh, the 12s. Yeah, the 12s.
Yeah, 12s are my favorites. Yeah.
I don't think you might not like the 14s.
No.
Is it the 14s? It's definitely 14. Hold on.
14s is like with the V, no?
No, I'll show you.
Yeah, the 1s and 12s are my favorites.
No, it's definitely not the 14s.
I love the 1s.
I hate the 14s.
But they're not very comfortable.
Okay.
I don't think none of them are. Honestly, that's why I stopped buying them.
The ones are the cheapest.
Okay. It's the 12s and the 13s. The 13s.
I'm not too crazy about the ones we have. The same ones there. They're white. They're kind of like Louis Vuitton style. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, these are So these ones are my favorites, and
about those.
And the 12. Oh, hold on. And the 12s.
Yeah, love the 12s.
The
12s are nice. 12s are happening.
Yeah, the 12s. These I have these ones. So yeah, I definitely like the 12s and the 13th. You know, so those are the only ones I buy. So it's not like I'm just like, oh my god, the ones come out, and like the ones, and I think there's another number, are the ones that are the most popular ones.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
what I mean? Right. So the ones I'm buying, these aren't even like the most popular ones. I just like these ones the
But
way
they're the
they
least
look.
expensive, the ones.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking 12 got some price tag to it, man.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, there was a point where I said I would never spend $300 for a shoe. I said that because I remember those Jordans used to be, I think, at the most 150, maybe 199 possibly, right? And I don't think it's even 199 because that's like way too close to 300. Be like, oh, you know what I mean? So I'm more or less going like with the 150 type of range. And I remember saying like, I ain't never spending no $300 for a pair of shoes. Look at me now. So, true enough, but I'd rather see him a billionaire than those other knuckleheads. Facts. I can't believe this is happening. It's so embarrassing being an American right now. Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's true. All races and genders do wear Jordans. Yeah, 100%. There's no such thing as an ethical ethnic billionaire. Facts.
Those guys could solve world hunger, homelessness, and it won't even put a dent in their fucking bank.
Yep.
Said those Jordans are coming from China. Probably they'll avoid tariffs. Possibly, but they are from an American company, so they might just try to do that shit just to do it. So I don't know. She said she agrees with Stranger Dinosaur. Did you hear Jesse Ventura going off about billionaires? There should be a maximum wage, not a minimum wage. Facts, 100%. Because to be honest with you, I don't know how people, especially, listen, the average minimum wage in America is what, JG?
Let me look it up.
I know some places it's like $7 if I'm not mistaken, you know?
Yeah, $7, $8.
$7.25.
That is fucking madness. That's poverty. That's not minimum wage.
That's gotta depend where you live too, though, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's the average US. I think it says here Arizona is 1470.
1470. Yeah, I know.
AG, that's
Wyoming is $5.15. Say what?
Is it in the South?
Arizona is more west.
No, the 725.
Oh, that just says the average in the United States.
Okay.
As of January 2025.
So Nikisha said, I remember I was dating a guy once. He had like 50 pair of Jordans, but lived with his mother and took the bus. No savings, no career aspiration, but plenty of shoes. I don't get the priorities. Well, you see, that's where you have to have a little bit of control with your priorities, 100%. You know what I mean? If that's the case, you shouldn't be, having 50 pair of shoes. What's that?
50 pair of Jordans an investment. They're in boxes. And he's eventually going to sell them for double what he paid for them. That's a different story because I went to one of them shoe fairs, and that's big fucking money.
Oh, 100%.
Big Nzo. That's a whole
100%.
world, huh? That is
100%.
If PJ took me once, that is a whole different world. I was glad I saw it.
100%. Yo, listen, bro. There's a store downtown. There's a store downtown where they have their fucking Jordans, and like they have certain ones in the plastic bag. That's like $1,000 for those Jordans. $1,000. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Kenny's nephew, God rest his soul, he lives in Toronto. This man had to rent an apartment for his shoes only. You know that?
That's crazy.
He had so many shoes, he had to rent a fucking apartment.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
If that's gonna make him money sometime in life, good for him, man.
100%. The only problem with that is I think some of the Jordans you may think that they're gonna be money, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like I know
that's the risk you take, right?
Right. Because I know even with me, the amount of ones I have, I'm pretty sure and one of them I wore and I should have never did that because usually you'll see the same Jordans come out every couple of years. You know what I mean? Like 1 year,
only a certain amount, right?
Yeah. So, well, it depends, right? It depends on which ones. Now, there's ones that I got that I've never worn, which are the Chinese New Year's ones, and those ones have never come back around since I bought them. So those ones possibly a good investment, but the rest of them I have like the ones I showed you, the 12s, the gray ones, the gray and white ones, those come out like every year. That color.
So those are the ones you bang.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So those are the ones that come out every year. So, you know what I mean? Every now and then you'll get that little rare one that comes out and then doesn't come out again. And I'm glad I got those ones and I've never worn them. So we'll see if the price for those goes up. But yeah, man, some of these shoes you can sell them for 2.5, 2.5K. Easy. I meant it's projected by the 2027 Elon Musk will be the world's first trillionaire. No one man should ever have all that power. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. And that's the reason why a lot of these billionaires have took to Trump, because what's happening is, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. 100%. That's why Musk carries his kids around human shield so he won't get assassinated. Wow. And servers only make like $2.13 plus tips. That is crazy.
Where?
I'm in Virginia. Huh?
Where? 213.
Yep. Base pay.
Where?
I don't know what. I guess so, bro. that's I guess so. I know, and that's why tipping is really big, because a lot of these people, they live off of those tips, right? Because you're not living off of $2.13. I don't give a fuck what state.
That's why they're upset and not making tips, because they only get $2.13.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in Virginia and it's $12 minimum wage here. Super paranoid. He's the poster boy for why some people shouldn't do drugs. Hey, listen, I'll tell you this. I don't know if you guys are watching it, but I'm watching this show on Disney Plus, and I think I told Roberto and JG to watch it, called Paradise. And I am telling you, that last episode I watched, if shit were to hit the fan, I promise you, that's exactly how it would go down in that last episode. I'm not going to say it because if people want to watch it, but my God, I was like, yo, this is exactly how shit would go down. This is 100% exactly how shit would go down. You know what I mean? People would panic. It was crazy. It was one of the best episodes I've seen. I watched it like twice already. I'm going to watch it again. That shit was fire. Paradise Guy. Check out that show. He got robbed and cried about it. Something is only worth money if someone is willing to pay for it. And if ish hits the fan, nobody will want Jordans. People will need food and water. I just wish I had a bunker and I'd move in today. So here's the thing. You are absolutely correct that if shit hits the fan, hopefully it doesn't hit the fan before I can sell them motherfuckers where they do make me some money. You know what I mean? But even if they did hit the fan, right? Even if shit hit, you seen Book of Eli, you know what I mean? There's things that would be bargaining chips, and someone to be able to walk around with a Jordan's like that might be a bargaining chip. I may not be able to get money for it, but maybe I'll get some water if need be. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Yes, in VA, waitresses only make $2.23 an hour plus tips if they get tips, and the state taxes, that's $2.13. It's crazy. Wow.
Yep, it's crazy, man.
Paradise. Sinatra is Elon Musk. Oh, 100%. 100%. Can't stand that guy. Can't stand him. Trust me, bro. Yeah, so that's it, man. Roberto, you were talking about the divide with the hockey game. What happened, though?
He just made an All-Star game into like a World Cup kind of thing. I've never seen any kind of All-Star game where they celebrated the way they did after a victory. And it was like Canadians were so fucking proud. There was 18 million Americans watching a hockey game, Nzo. And it was on the same time as the NBA All-Star game. I don't know how many Americans really gave that a chance.
I got you.
I didn't even know it was on, to be honest with you.
And another thing I wanted to say, like the fact that so many people watch this fucking hockey game. What's up with the All-Star games in professional sports? Like, I've seen dunk competitions. I know I sent you some videos on, so I don't know if you've seen them. These guys that travel around and have these dunk competitions. I would pay money to watch that. I would, if these guys were on the NBA All-Star game, guaranteed I'd be watching that. Because think about it. Back in the 80s and 90s, even let's say the 80s, could anything compare to the NBA All-Star game? Nothing, Nzo. Nothing. When dunk competition came, if you weren't watching that, you missed out, man. Now, I couldn't care less. I don't even know when it's on. I don't even know who the people are in it.
Yeah. I watched it this year. It was trash.
Big fucking stars that we want to see in it, making all that money, are sitting on the sidelines laughing. That's sad, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. 100%,
That's what I want to get off my chest.
I just think at the end of the day, a lot of things have changed. Hey, what nerdy the nerdy review? What's up? The real nerdy review. My bad. Check out his channel. It's a good channel over there, man. Doing big things. Appreciate you popping in 100%. But for me, I remember too, because you talked about the All-Star game. They had actually, I think it was Charles Barkley was wearing a USA jersey. You know what I mean? Like during the broadcast, he had on a USA jersey. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. People wanted, USA to beat Canada, but Canada did win. And I think with us standing up to all the tariffs and all, 100%. And again, people like, they can't stand Trudeau. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know why people can't stand the dude. So when people talk about prices raising and all of like this and that, they like to blame, they did in America, they blamed Biden, right? They blamed Biden for the price of food going up. But now that the price of eggs have gone up, ain't nobody blaming Trump. You know what I mean? So they did the same thing here. Whenever shit prices go up, whatever, it's Trudeau and his government, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm at the point where it doesn't matter what government is in power. It really doesn't matter. Things are not going to change. They may think it's going to change. They may do a little bit different here and there with certain policies. But at the end of the game, it's just a facade because everything will remain the fucking same. Right? You think if they couldn't put regulations on some of these companies to where they can, stop raising the price and have $18 for a fucking dozen eggs? Like if eggs ever go up here like that, I'll just be like, I'll just won't eat eggs. Not a huge fan of eggs anyways. I don't really eat them that much anyways. So I can go fucking years without eating an egg again. I'll just do that. You know what I mean? I'll just, like I said with Roberto, I'll just buy Canadian. You know what I mean? And when I think about the stuff I buy, it's mostly Canadian shit anyways.
You know?
You know what I mean? I guess I'll have to buy more RC colas instead of Coke. Okay, fine. You know what I mean? I'll do that. Things will change, but only for the worse. 100%. 100%, and it's the worst for us, right? It's the worst for the so-called middle class, the poor people, right? because we already said there's pretty much no middle class anymore. It's rich or you're poor. You know what I mean? So I like to think I'm in the middle class, but am I really in the middle class?
Nope, you poor.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because I feel if you can't buy whatever you want, whenever you want, you're not rich. So you must be poor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't just go and throw like fucking 20K down on the car right away and boom, that's it. I got it. If you can't do that, yeah, you're poor. Sorry. That's how I feel about it. What do you think, Roberto?
More or less.
There's been a lot of negative. Oh, go ahead.
Like we said, middle class is getting wiped out, man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's why, and I'm going to say this too, because we've talked about things changing, and especially for the younger people that watch or end up watching it, you guys need to start thinking about your future. I think my biggest mistake, and I don't know if Roberto had the same thing, but growing up, I never really thought about my future. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you one even better. That credit score that you have, do whatever you can to keep it high. And if it's not high, to get it back to where it's high. You know what I mean? That shit. I didn't give a fuck about my credit growing up. I didn't give a fuck. You know, my credit cards I had maxed out, never paid them and shit. But then when you get older, it's like, man, if you had good credit, you can get a house. You know what I mean? You could do things. You could own something, right? So you definitely have to make sure that you do whatever you can to fix your credit if it's not good. Make sure you do that. And then you got to start putting money away. You got to start young. You got to start doing it now. It seems like, oh my God, $50 a week or $50 every week, that's nothing. But in 10 years, that's something. You know what I mean? That's what you need to. I wish I would have been told that. And even if I was told that, I probably wouldn't have listened back in the day either. You know what I mean? But
you know that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have listened anyways. Like, put my $50 away or buy a bag of weed. I think I'm going to buy a bag of weed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So at least now I definitely make enough to where I can put money away and, you know, stash it. And that's what you need to do. You need to do that, right? You definitely do. Said there's a lot of negative press against Trudeau. It's largely attack ads and such. He's made some dumb blunders, but at least he didn't shit talk the country like Povri or whatever, however you say that name. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. And the fact that he was there standing up and did that press conference, said, oh yeah, you're gonna put tariffs on us? Well, we're gonna put tariffs on this. And they literally said, we're putting tariffs on the red states. You know what I mean? He said we're putting tariffs on the red states. So I get that shit. I have a good credit score, but there's not way I can afford a house. There's not a way I can afford a house. There could be. I maxed out my TFSA every year. What's a TFSA? Anybody? TFSA? Roberto?
Some tax.
Dandelion, what's a TFSA, please?
Something to do with tax.
I think a lot of people should make a retirement fund, and it might sound extreme, but I think they should start when they're teenagers. Yeah, 100%. 100% the stranger. I agree with you.
Tax-free savings account.
I got you. Tax-free savings account. Okay, good. No, but I agree with you. I do think people should start as teenagers. Well, at least when you get your first job. You know what I mean? But it's hard to do that. You know what I mean? Like if you get your first job at 16, it's hard to be like, oh, I want to put money away. You know what I mean? You have to be very disciplined. And I don't think there's a lot of 16-year-olds out there that are different, disciplined like that. I think maybe when you get into your 20s, it may be a little bit easier to do that. You know what I mean? But even then, it's like, you know, we like to party and shit. We were going out smoking weed, we were drinking and shit. I did not think about putting away like a $50 a week or even a month. You know, wish I did though. I have in my will that my kids cannot sell my house. They are to have 50-50 equity, but cannot sell it. So, oof. Okay, so that I hear what you're saying, but who gets to live in the house? You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it like that, who gets to live in the house and what can they do with it? You know what I mean? What if one wants to stay there, the other one doesn't? You know, then there'll be a fight, or if one needs money, they're gonna want to sell it. I know you said they can't sell it, but they may want to sell it. I don't know. You put money in and all the growth is tax-free. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I have one too. I have a tax-free savings account too as well. But I'm definitely looking into RRSPs and to start doing that as well, right? Definitely, because I've been thinking about the way things are going to be in even 10 years. And I'm just like, gotta start thinking about that future, bro. Gotta start thinking about that future, you know? So what do you think, Roberto? You wish you would have done that shit at a young age too?
I have no regrets, yo.
I don't have any regrets either. I don't have any regrets either.
I live for today, forgot about yesterday, and hope for tomorrow. That's the way I rolled for a very long time.
Do you still roll that way now, though?
No, I actually, yeah, but you know, it gets boring after. Like anything else, it gets played out, you know? Now I can go in a shoe store and leave without the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's a big improvement.
I could do it too.
That was almost impossible before.
I could do it too. But there have been many times where I left without the shoe and then went back.
I went back to look. I didn't say I did it, but back in the day, I would guarantee find something.
Yeah, for sure.
I would make myself like a pair and probably not even really wear them. It's a sickness, man.
They can rent it out and have passive income.
It really is, JG. I think for me, I could say it's a sickness because it's like anything else. You get the rush from it, and once you have it, the rush is over. I know.
What did you say was a sickness?
Shoe, the anticipation of it coming. He sees it. He opens the box, nice. Close the box, and then it's the next rush. You know.
Yep.
They go in my closet.
You see.
They go in my closet. My closet over here, right? So I have ones that I've worn in my bedroom closet. So all the shoes I wear, I have them in there. But in this closet, I have about 25 pair that I haven't even put on my foot yet.
What?
Yeah.
That is a sickness. Yeah, it is
like
a sickness.
I haven't put on these shoes. When we went out that night, Roberto, I remember I had on those white and baby blue Air Force Ones. Those were the first times I wore those shoes.
And we're talking winter, huh?
Yeah, that was the first time I wore those shoes. Yeah. That was the first time. And this is like, she said they can rent it out and have a passive income. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. I agree with that. But this can also be an issue because they may not want to be landlords. Because being a landlord
that's a lot of work.
That is something, boy. You get the wrong tenant up in there. Oh my God. Yeah. Use the tax-free savings account, also no strings on withdrawals. If you need cash, you can take it out and replace it later. No effect on your taxes when you draw it out. No, I know. I have one. RSPs, you have to pay taxes when you take the money out. Yeah, I know. but I'm hoping to have a decent amount by the time I'm ready to take it out to where it doesn't really affect me that much. But this too also lowers my yearly taxes, right? So I get an RRSP, and again, because of the way I get paid, I pay my own taxes at the end of the because I'm an independent contractor. So I pay my own taxes at the end of the year. So this RRSP will help me out with those taxes at the end of the year because they're high. They're high. Man, Twitter is Twitter, that was a crappy app from the beginning, but Elon managed to make it a poisonous app. Like, it's fucking insane. Yeah, Twitter is horrible. I can't stand Twitter. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I never used to use Twitter or X. Never. That was never a thing. It's only when I started doing YouTube, because everybody would send their links on Twitter, like, hey, join Twitter and send the link and blah, 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 blah. So that's why everybody that I streamed with was on Twitter. So that's when I became on Twitter. And then that was just going down a fucking rabbit hole. Best thing I could do for my kids is leaving my house. Land increases in value. Yeah, 100%. Agreed. But you may want to ask them if they would rather sell it, or would they rather, you know what I mean, like be a landlord, you know, like actually do that. But I do agree with that's the best thing you could do, you know. But at least I think you should maybe give them a choice to what they'd want to do with it after that. So I don't know. It's just my opinion. Could be wrong. I mean, you know your kids, so better than I do, you know. But I would be like, well, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Do you want to keep it? Do you want to rent it out? And I think renting it out might be the better option as well, too, 100%, right? Because that's income that's always coming in. But I don't know if people are built to be landlords. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't think I could be built to be a landlord. I don't think I could be. I'd be cursing out these tenants all the time, especially if you had a tenant like me. Oh no. No. I mean, I'm good, right? And well, I'm not gonna say it because being here is incriminating, but there are certain things that I do that I'm not supposed to do in my apartment, and I do it. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, what's that?
You pay rent, and there's things you can't do.
100%. Am I a bad tenant? No. It's crazy. I know. You rent an apartment and you can't do this, and they put that shit in the lease and everything that you can't do it. Are you a bad tenant? No, I'm not a bad tenant.
Well,
but I'm like Roberto. Yeah, right. But the thing is, I'm like Roberto. I'm like if I'm paying my rent, you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do in my fucking apartment that I pay rent for. Even though I signed a lease and I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Next thing you know, they'll be telling you can't sleep past 8 o'clock.
What?
Bruh, the music. Sometimes music. Oh my god. Neighbor downstairs used to fucking piss me off, bro. Trust me. And the place here, the walls are thin. You know what I mean? So even if I'm just playing music and it's not loud, they banging and shit. Music's loud and shit. So here's a story. So one night there's this noise, and it's like it's like a white noise, and it's buzzing, and it's all fucking night. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking it's the fucking neighbors, like, because where my bedroom wall is, right? The way the apartments are made, the neighbor's bedroom wall is there and their wall is there, right? So, like, if they're in their bedroom, sometimes you can hear them talking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like night, this noise, and it was going on for like 3 nights in a row, and it was pissing me off. And then one day, seen the neighbor, and they're like, knocked on the door, and they're like, I'm sorry, because I'm cool with that neighbor, right? It's like right across the hall from me. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know what it is, but you have this noise that keeps, and I'm like, that's not us. I thought it was you. Right? Like, no, that's not us. Come to find out, it was a fucking neighbor downstairs, and what he did is he had a ceiling fan, So he stuck a fucking speaker to the ceiling fan and was playing that white noise every fucking night to annoy me.
Wow.
And it was loud, bro. Like, it was loud. I couldn't believe that shit. You know what I mean? So that's why it's better to own. Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. That's why I will never do Airbnbs. I don't trust anyone in my place. So you're saying you wouldn't rent out your place as an Airbnb? Yeah, neither would I. I wouldn't do that either. Now, if you were able to purchase a spot that you could rent out as an Airbnb that you're not living in, yeah, you could do that 100%. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, like, at a young age, it's good to start saving your money and start thinking about things like this, because you want to own something. You know what I mean? You want to own land. You want to own some sort of property. You know, you want to have a pretty much a nest egg there. And I tell my son all the time, I'm like, listen, bro, you need to really start thinking about where you're going to be. Because if you think it's bad now, wait in 10 years. Not even. If something happens to me or your mother, right? You an only child. So now you alone. You need to really start thinking about things, man. You really do. And I'll try to do it now because I didn't have that, you know. But he's my kid and he's stubborn and hard-headed. So what can I say? Oh, you're fucking right, it don't. You are 100% right, it don't. Stubborn, hard-headed, thinks he knows everything. And so it's like, okay, well, can't say I didn't try, you know. Can't say I didn't
Hopefully
try.
lessons teach not too long, you know.
You know what? I think with him, what's gonna have to happen to him is the same thing that had to happen to me. Is he's gonna need to get humbled. Whatever it is, he's gonna need to get humbled, and then he's gonna see things differently. And that's exactly what happened to me. I thought I was untouchable, could do no wrong. Till I got fucking humbled. And then once I got humbled, ooh, everything changed. You know, I don't know what it will be for him, but what it was for me was losing everything that pretty much I cared about. You know what I mean? Like one thing after another, boom, 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 boom. And as bad as things were, as bad as it was, I probably wouldn't change anything because it's made me who I am today. So it's fucked up to say because I lost both my parents, but
it's fucked up about that. Some people don't even survive it.
Yeah, I know. You
did. It made you a better man. You could talk about it. You can educate people through it, and it's a life experience. It's just a matter of when it happens. Good night, Dandelion.
Good night, Dandelion. Thank you for popping in.
They say, a guy said to me many decades ago that everybody gets a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Some people missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people haven't gotten it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might not even see it.
Facts, 100%.
But everybody gets that chance.
I agree.
Just don't know when.
I agree. You know, and I always say too, like, you know, everybody's gonna go through shit in their life. Everybody. It's just how you handle the shit that you go through. You know what I mean? And some people are strong enough to do it, and some people aren't strong enough to do it. I just hope that, you know, my son is. You know, I hope it is. And I don't know what it'll take for him to get humbled. And I hope it's nothing that's going to be like fucking, you know, but at the end of the day, I knew what it took for me. So, JG, let's hear your final thoughts, brother.
Oh, man. Final thoughts, man. When it comes to finances, you know, we all can use some help, right? If you're not making over 6 figures and are comfortable, we can always need some financial help. I always suggest getting a IRA account, especially for your kids. Get that set up for your kids. Don't even tell them about it. Just get them set up. Get a CD account set up, IRA account set up. For those who don't have 401ks, get those done now and invest in it, because the way things are going, you're going to need that money. Social Security is going to be gone for us by the time we get to that age level. They say we can be to get it. Starting out, investing if you can. If it's just $20, invest something for your future. Invest something for your kids' future, because kids are our offspring, right? They are going to be our legacies. You want to leave something behind for them. That's one of the greatest things in life, that we can build a legacy, leave something behind, and we got to do that. And because I know when I was 16, I didn't give a damn about money, credit. I didn't care. I was out there trying to smash girls, trying to get in trouble, do everything I want to do, right? But like Nzo said, when things come back to bite you, then you start to realize, damn, had I done this wouldn't happen. Let me start now. Well, only a fool would say, yeah, this happened, but I'm keep doing it anyway. True story. I remember a guy, I was at a job, and the guy said, I kid you not, man, I need to get some groceries for my mom. I need to pay the cell phone bill, but I gotta get a grill for my mouth by Friday. The fact that grill was so important to him to put in his fucking mouth, and more than anything, that's what we're dealing with in society today. People care more about these little insignificant things than the important things. Now, I was telling anybody, please don't be that foolish. If you're having bad credit, go to credit counseling, do whatever you can to get this stuff solved now. Whether you want to be a homeowner later on or not, get your credit done now. Because with a high credit score, they can't tell you no.
Agreed. I agree with you 100%. Roberto, final thoughts?
We're giving financial advice.
Just final thoughts about anything, yeah.
Prepare for the war, people.
What's the war?
The war that's coming, man. I just feel like it's been nothing but division for many years now, and it's escalated to another level, and it's only going to get worse.
Agreed 100%.
It's going to happen in the summer, because I think that's when the most really takes place between our countries.
Agreed 100%. I agree with you guys 100%. My final thought is, like I said, man, sometimes people like to live their life day by day, but at certain ages, you got to start thinking about your future. And like Roberto said, our futures are going to be different. You know what I mean? Our futures. So we don't know what it's going to be like. So definitely. And I know that it varies in different situations, but in my opinion, college, it does more harm than good for your money and your credit score. Ooh, that is definitely
yes, that's a truth.
100%. You know what I mean? Pay so much money in debt to go to college, and you may not even end up in the field that you went to college for, but you're paying debt. So said paradise is coming. 100% paradise is coming. Facts. Rich people are going to be in bunkers, and we are going to be out on the rest of it. Like I said, I'm going down with the ship. It is what it is. I don't know if I would want to live in a fucking cave anyways. You know what I mean? Or in a bunker.
Meteor, a nuclear war, tsunami. What is it?
My 100% that would be nuclear war.
Nuclear war. Huh?
Yeah. That's. I remember, like, when I was like maybe 16, 2020 had this thing on, and it was called the 20 most threats to end the world, right, or whatever, like something like that. And the number one
meteor.
Yeah, they did, but I don't listen. The meteor stuff I don't know about, but but I do think that it'll be nuclear war. That was the number one threat to end the world, was nuclear war. But I think that's what it would be, especially when you have Putin threatening it. And it's funny because Trump is losing all of these people around him, but the person he's getting really close to is Putin. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, that's who he's close to. So I'm eating the berries. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But with that being said, guys, thank you everybody for popping in. Much appreciated. We will be back next week with another episode. Friday will probably be a tournament. Saturday, I'll be on the Spoiler Kings. We'll be talking Severance on that. So make sure you check that out as well. Roberto, tell the people where you can find them, sir. Find you.
Find me right here. I was going to say Friday nights. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. with my boys then, Nzo, JG, getting shit off our chest like we do.
Absolutely. Nikisha said there's a meteor headed to us now. They say it has a 2% chance, but at first they say 0%. It's coming.
I know, I saw that, Nikisha.
If anyone has seen the show The 100, that's the future. We will be up in space and our world will be a dead husk. Yeah, pretty much. That's the plan, right? That's why Elon Musk wants to be the trillionaire, so that he can build his little fucking space station. That Stranger, I love The 100. Great show. Haven't watched it, but I know what you guys are talking about. JG?
Once they killed that black guy, I was done with that show. I said, nope, not watching it anymore. I'm done. I liked him too.
Listen, Roberto, watch Paradise.
I'm gonna
watch Paradise 100%. And JG, watch it too, because I think there's 2 more episodes.
Okay.
No, I think there's actually 1 more episode. And if there is 1 more episode, we are doing a roundtable on that show. So I want everybody that doesn't watch it to watch it. So you got about a week to catch up. Take us home, JG.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undisputed final boss of the 36 champs of Shaolin. Why? Thank y'all for tuning in for yet another fire stream on the O.O.C. with host Nzo, aka the Abbot, and the Osiris of the Sheet, the Spliff King, the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did Anything Gonna Be Irie. No woman, no cry. Be sure to catch me and my homie Superwise March 4th when we do that Daredevil live watch party. It's gonna be fun. I think it's 2 episodes back to back the same night. So this is gonna be here for a long time. And check out the messenger himself, always delivering that good message. The amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour. Dr. Says the illest because he suffers from that realness. If you smell what Danny's cooking.
I was gonna kick him out. I was gonna drop him off real quick when he started Danny's stuff, but I'm like, nah, I'll save that for another time. I'll save it for when Danny's actually here. What's that?
So it looks like Danny's busy tonight.
Probably, but next time he's here, that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you everybody for popping in. Much appreciated. Make sure to check out everybody's channel. Nikisha, thank you for popping in. The Stranger, thank you for popping in. Shifty Gizm was in the house. Thank you very much. Dandelion was in the house. The Real Nerdy Review popped in. Much appreciated, guys. Did I miss anybody? Basel was in the house. Elihu-Who was in the house as well. And it's always a pleasure when you guys come in. The Stranger, thank you. Much appreciated. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, and hair grease. Peace.
Where's the note?
When it comes to 6-month-old Jermaine Jr.